What happens if the supports of arch are at two different levels? How do we find out its maximum thrust? In this lecture, I will solve this example where I will find out maximum thrust in an arch. This is part of my video series on IStructE certificate in structural behavior. If you have missed any lectures, click on link over here to watch full playlist. By the way, if you're new here, I am Dr. Jawed Qureshi, a senior lecturer in structural engineering and design at the University of East London, and in here we talk about civil and structural engineering. In this question, we have to find out the maximum thrust in this arch. The vertical reaction at B is known, which is 133 kilonewton here, and because the supports are not at the same level, so if you wanted to find out reaction using equilibrium equations, then it will involve simultaneous equations and it will be tedious, and I think that's the reason in this question vertical reaction at B is given. And the maximum thrust in my view will be equal to thrust on left side, because see that on left side at this pin we have more loading, on right side we have less loading. So first I will find out thrust on left side, and then I will prove that there will be some thrust at B as well, but it will not be as much as it is in A. So here, try this question first. There are four options to choose from: 437 kilonewton, 235, 310, and 327 kilonewton. Which option do you think is correct? Pause the video now and solve this question before watching the solution. Let's go away and solve this question. Firstly, let me give the reactions here: VA, HA, VB, and HB, and I call this point as C. And if I say summation of vertical forces equal to 0, summation of vertical forces equal to 0, then I have VA plus VB is equal to total load. So total load is 15 UDL times the span it is spread on, which is 25, and this will give me 375 kilonewton. And here VB is given, which is 133 plus VA. So from here VA will be equal to 375 take away 133, and this will give me 242 kilonewton, and this is the value of VA. So maximum thrust, I'm saying, will be at point A. So if maximum thrust is at point A, then I will draw its diagram. We had a support here, so we have VA, which is equal to 242 kilonewton, and HA we need to find out, and the vertical distance is 10 meters, and this is point C, and we have a UDL of 15 kilonewton per meter. So let us now find out the moment at C. The summation of moment at C is equal to 0. So firstly, clockwise moment, so I will say VA times the distance here, this is 15 meters, so VA times 15 is equal to HA times the distance between HA and C is 10 plus 15 is UDL, and it is spread on 15, and it is acting at half of 15, so I write it as a square divided by 2. This will be 242 times 15 is equal to, let me rub this off, is equal to HA times 10 plus this is 1687.5, and from here HA will be equal to 3630 minus this value 1687.5 divided by 10. So from here HA is equal to 194.25 kilonewton. Once I've got value of HA, then I can simply find out thrust. So I have HA, I have VA, then this is the force I am interested in. VA is 242 kilonewton, HA is 194.25 kilonewton, and I'm interested in F. So F square will be equal to 194.25 square plus 242 square. So if I simplify this, I will get F as 310.3, and I'm saying that F is 310 kilonewton. So this is the maximum thrust that arc can have, and this is at point A where it will experience the maximum one. So let's have a look at the options. The correct option is option C, 310. Option A is incorrect, 437. Option B is incorrect, 235. Option D is incorrect, 327. Now tell me, did you get this one right? Now how about, let us check that if the thrust at B is similar or more to thrust at B. So let's find out thrust at B. I will draw the left portion only, this portion, and let's do it here. We have VB, which is equal to 133 kilonewton, which is given to us. HB we need to find out, and distance from B to the crown is 3 meters. This is from here. Distance is 3 meters. Let's go back. We have a UDL of 15 kilonewton per meter, and distance is 10 meters. Let us find out the summation of moment at C is equal to 0. This is C. Moment at C is equal to 0. So we will have HB, which is creating clockwise moment. So HB times 3, and we have UDL, which is creating clockwise moment. So UDL will be equal to 15 times this distance 10 times, it is acting half of the distance, so I will say 10 square divided by 2, and this is equal to anti-clockwise moment. So anti-clockwise will be, let's write out VB times 10. So this will give me 3HB plus 750 is equal to 133 times 10. So HB from here will be equal to 1330 minus 750 divided by 3. So from here HB is equal to 193.3 kilonewton. Once you have got HB, then you can find out the 193.3 kilonewton, and vertical reaction is 133 kilonewton, and we are interested in F. So F square will be equal to 193.3 square plus 133 square. So this will give me F as 234.7 kilonewton. So this is thrust at point B. Now see that the maximum is this 310. This is the maximum one. Thrust at B is less than thrust at A. So our final answer is 310. I just, for completeness, I did these calculations so that you are sure that thrust at A is the maximum. So max thrust is at A, which is equal to 310 kilonewton. And this is our final answer. Thanks for watching this lecture today. If you enjoyed this lecture, please subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in my next lecture. Thanks for watching this lecture today. If you have missed any of the lectures in this series, IStructE structural behavior, click on this link or scan this barcode to watch other lectures. Now I have over 50 lectures in this series, so feel free to watch it. And if you wanted to download the lecture slides, click on this link or scan this barcode. I will see you in my next lecture.